Hello my beautiful people and welcome back. Now I started editing this video and realized I never did an introduction. I just went straight into the review. So I apologize for the impromptu intro and the bad lighting and the horrible face. You know, I'm in my jammies. I'm basically ready to go to bed. It's been a long day. But anywho, let's actually tell you what this video is about. So, over the past week, I have been trying out the new Australis Fresh and Flawless Full Coverage Foundation infused with vitamin C foundation. As you guys know, I love anything that's infused with vitamin C. Really great for the skin, really good for the complexion. Now, this guy here is a full coverage and ultra lightweight foundation with skin loving vitamins. C and E and SPF 15 to moisturize, smooth and protect, say see ya to pores and fine lines, and hello to a soft airbrush finish that'll party with you and not against you. So of course this is cruelty free, this is vegan. Man, we're in for a wild ride. I won't get too much into it, I won't spoil it, but I have a lot of ups and downs with this foundation. Now, I love Australis. I wear their 16-hour Stay Put foundation all the time. Works fantastic for me. But this is different. So, let me stop talking and let's get to the video. Alrighty, so you are now in nice and close. You can see the redness, the discoloration as usual. Hair is clipped up out of the way. So let's do this. So I'm using the colour Pearl. I don't know if this is right for me because I bought it online. I didn't go in the shop to test it first. So we'll see how it goes. As usual, I'm going to use my brush on one side and my trusty sponge on the other side. So it says to shake well before use. Now again, this is something that doesn't have a pump. What is it with me and no pumps at the moment? It's a twisty offy top and a little square bottom. This is at least better than the big doe foot in my mind because I got a little bit more control and I can put it straight onto my sponge. So I'm going to do sponge on this side because of my random dry patch. I think I'm going to have to change my moisturiser because it doesn't normally do it. Alright, so I've just put a blob onto my sponge. It's got a bit of a strong makeup smell, but it also smells like a touch citrusy. But as soon as you put it on, I can't notice. The colour is too pale for me, but I got the undertone right. But look at that, this is just the first little bit. You know, I need a little bit more on the forehead, but when you go this side to then this side. Alright, I'm just going to actually squirt it straight onto my brush. You can put it on your hand or a little, you know, makeup tablet if you want to. Just put it straight into the brush. So far I can see that my skin hasn't been happy with the brush application, like particularly through the nose here. So I'm just going to have to take my sponge and push the foundation into the skin over a few of these problematic areas. That colour is way too light for me. You can tell from how red my lips now look. But holy moly, I'm pale. So I'm going to keep my opinions to myself at the moment. I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup. And then I'll come back and have a chat. So I just want to show you something. I've just put my concealer on, which is the Fresh and Flawless Conceal and Contour. But as I'm working, I notice, look, all the foundation is not sticking to my nose, it's coming off, it's sticking in the sides here, and I've got a random stripe. And when I touch it, it's not transferring, it's trying to move. It's like it's gone really sticky and really thick. This happened to me with the Raw Cosmetics foundation. See, now that's gone worse. So I'm going to use a little bit of makeup remover, take it off my nose, reapply it and see how that goes. Because it might be that it's not sitting well with the moisturizer that I had on earlier. So I'll see if I can fix it and I'll be back. I just feel like I look like an absolute clown. It is so pale. And okay, today obviously was not going to be a good makeup day because I managed to get it on my nose. If I come in a little bit closer, I managed to get it to sit on my nose, but I'm worried about what's going to happen throughout the day. So I used my little Eco Tools sponge, that little green one, to put it on. But then I realized that where I'd put on my concealer, it actually had left a stripe. It had taken the foundation away. And now, as you can see, I look really pale under the eyes because of the concealer. And I just, oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel the rest of my makeup has helped it a little bit. We'll see how it goes throughout the day, if it settles, if it oxidizes, you know, if it's going to change color, if it's going to shift and do all of those things. So I'll check in with you at the end of the day and see if it's gotten better or if it's gotten worse. I'll see you then. Good afternoon, fellow travelers. We are at the end of day 1 and I'm not happy. I'm so not happy. 1, I feel like I look like a reverse raccoon. And by that I mean my under eyes are so bright and so noticeable. So that's not the foundation's fault, that's the concealer. So I've obviously gone colour too light, or it's a combination of too light and not blending into the foundation. But it's also, the foundation has shown every single pore, it's shown all the texture on my face, it's caught on all the dry skin, it's caught on all the little bits of hair. So if I zoom in, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so hopefully that's picking up. Like, you can see around my chin, particularly around my mouth and on my nose. It's just like, what is this? What is this? So I had a look at the reviews and all the reviews are good and everyone's really happy. So I'm wondering if maybe 1, either didn't shake it well enough before I tried to put it on my face, and 2, if it hasn't reacted well to my moisturizer. So in the morning I'm going to not put any moisturizer on and see what it does and how it reacts to the skin and how it applies, and you know, shake the living bejeebers out of it and see if that's gonna work. So I cannot wait to take this off, because it's also messed up my eyeshadow. Like, I've worn this eyeshadow before and not had this problem. So I cannot wait to take this off, get a clean face, have a shower, have some food, go to bed, and we will try again tomorrow. I will see you then. Good morning, everyone. How are we? I think I'm onto something. As you might be able to tell, I've gotten a much better result this morning. I do feel a little bit flawless. I do feel the coverage is much better. So what I did was this morning I didn't use my moisturizer. I just left my skin as it normally is, which is super dry, dehydrated, and I only used my sponge. Now I did have a few problems, and what made me think of it was yesterday I used the foundation over my eyes, which is what I usually do. I usually use it as a bit of a primer. And then I wore my Australis Metal AF liquid eyeshadow. Now, I love this. I've worn this quite a few times. But yesterday, when I came home, I noticed that my eyeshadow had actually moved. It had smudged. It didn't last throughout the day. And that's not usual for this. So I went, oh, the foundation didn't sit well. So this morning I went, okay, let's make sure we shake it very well. Let's not have a moisturizer underneath it, so no extra tacky surface or anything for it to interact with, and see how we go. Now, if I come in, it's much, much better than yesterday. I do still have a little bit of issue around my nose, and a little bit around my chin, because I found that the foundation dries quite quickly, and as it dries it then seems to get patchy and it clings to itself. So you can see this on the sponge. Like, this is where I applied the foundation to go on my face, and it's actually come off on the sponge and caused a bit of a gap. So What does that mean? For me, it means I got to work quickly with it. So either a brush is going to work better, or even my hands. And I think maybe the warmth in my fingers and the oil in my skin will actually help to move it and make it sit into the skin. Because today it actually feels like it's settled. I don't feel a little bit tacky. So we'll see how it wears today, and then tomorrow I might actually apply it with my hands, or I might go back to my usual routine of moisturizer and apply it with the brush. But I'm just going to see how this wears today, because I'm a bit concerned not having any moisturizer on my face. But I'm happier. I have a much better makeup day today and a much better hair day today. So I feel I look a little bit more put together than I did yesterday. But we'll see how this goes today, and I will get back to you guys tomorrow. See you then. You know, this morning I was in such a good place and I thought it was going to be a great makeup day, and it wasn't. I have ended up being cakey. It's showing all my texture. My skin looks so dry, and partly that is because I didn't use my moisturizer, but I really don't know if I even want to give this foundation another go, to be honest. But I will zoom you in so you can have a look. The lighting is not the best at the moment, I apologize, but let's see if you can see what I saw. Excuse my old trashy lipstick in the process, but can you see all through the chin? It's just caught on all the texture. It's gone cakey through here. Where I had my highlighter, it's just basically taken the foundation away. Bits missing on my nose. Look at this. You know, I wasn't going to give this foundation another go. After those first two attempts, I had a few meetings, I had to go out and meet people, and I just went, stuff it. I'm going back to what I know works. I can't bring myself to do it again, but I'm going to give it one more go. And today I'm going to actually use my hands, because I'm just wondering if the warmth of my fingers and my skin is going to help it move and to help it settle. So let's put it on. Let's see if we can get a result. Well, straight off the bat, I can tell you that that did not work at all. Let's come in even closer so you can see what's happened. Okay, so all it's done is it has settled within the actual pores. I can't move it around. See, it's just stuck. And then on my nose, it's all patchy. The foundation is caking in certain areas. Put some on a sponge and see if that does anything to try and help the situation. This is just ridiculous. So the sponge definitely has helped. You know, it's filled in the pores. You get a lot more coverage with it. And then I decided, oh, I'll try my brush again. Realized I had forgotten to wash it since I used it last time, and it is set like concrete. That to me is a sign that it's no good, because whenever my brush becomes really hard from any makeup that's in it, but I've just tried to put it over the top on this side, sort of do a stippling action, but I can't get it to work. I just can't get it to work. So there you go. I'm gonna have to go take this off because it looks ridiculous. It's showing every single pore, showing every single bit of skin. I look like a clown. I look ridiculous. So my final thoughts are, unfortunately, this is a no. I love Australis. I use their Stay Put 60 Now foundation all the time, particularly over the last year. I love it, but I cannot get this foundation to work. Tell me, is it me? Is it my skin? Is it something that I'm doing? But I just can't get it to work, and it's such a disappointment, in all honesty. But yeah, there you go. That you saw I have tried everything. I haven't tried a primer admittedly, but I really don't think that would work, because I think it would cake and it would stick to the primer in spots and it wouldn't be smooth. So if you really think that that's going to make a difference and that's going to make it work, let me know. Put it in the comments and maybe I will try it with a primer and we'll see how we go. But otherwise, that's it. Enjoy your day and I'll speak to you guys again soon. All right, bye.